Series heads back to Milwaukee.
It's probably the first night defensively where don't feel like we were close to where you need to be to give yourselves a chance. So credit to Toronto. They obviously played well, had a lot of guys step up and play well. Their bench was very good. We need to look at the film and see the areas where we can be better defensively and offensively. We're just going to have to be better, but we're going home, and it's two very good teams. It's going to be a hell of a series.
Eric named The Athletic, but on a night where Kawhi doesn't score a lot, do you take a second to reconsider the defense and the open shots that you're giving to some of the other guys when you see the guys off the bench have the impact that they have?
Yeah, I think that's kind of alluded to in the opening that I think defensively just tonight didn't feel like where we need to be defensively, as good as we need to be. So, just reflecting on the game, I'm not sure a lot of those were necessarily Kawhi Leonard centric. I think just some other guys played well. They got to good spots. They shared the ball. They passed it. They made open shots. They made some high degree difficulty shots. So that's a bad combination. They're making open looks and then they're making tough ones too. And we'll have to look to see how much of it is how we're guarding Leonard, what we're doing with Leonard, and how much of it is just we need to be better individually. We need to be better collectively.
Bud, Greg Matzik, WTMJ. Are you at a point after back-to-back losses where you may need to reconsider anything at your rotations or even your starting lineup?
Well, this group has been great. We're certainly going to look at the film and look at everything. You consider everything. We got a couple days between now and the game, and we'll evaluate it.
Came Pittman with a pick and roll, but the turnovers were down from Game 3, but they still seemed like they were an issue. Do you put that down to the Raptors defense, or do you think you guys are being a little bit careless with the ball at times?
Both. There's some just hard to understand turnovers, but those, even some of the hard to understand ones, they've upped their aggressiveness, their activity, and so you have to be sharper with the ball, you have to be stronger with the ball, you have to cut harder, screen harder, do all those things. And even though if the turnovers were lower, I still don't think we executed and took care of the ball the way we needed to.
Matt Velasquez, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. With their trapping and aggressiveness on defense, what do you guys need to do offensively to start to get things going?
Well, it always helps if we shoot the ball a little bit better. We got to finish in the paint better. It feels like, again, reflecting on the game, there's a handful of chances around the basket that we don't finish, and when we get open threes, we're gonna have to hit a higher percentage of them. But just the same stuff we've been doing. I thought Giannis passed it. I thought we found some guys, again, in the paint. And we're going to have to finish better there, finish better at the three-point line, or make more threes.
Bud, we spoke a lot about Brogdon, and obviously he's been so good since returning. It looked like a few of his shots were falling short early. Did you think that maybe fatigue was starting to catch up a little bit, considering how much time he's missed, or what did you see with him tonight?
Well, even a player that's been perfectly healthy and playing for months, occasionally they don't have their best games, and so as a group, I think we can be better, but you got to give Toronto a lot of credit tonight. They were very, very good, and Malcolm, hopefully it's part of him just continue to get better legs, get better conditioning, more rhythm, and the more he plays, the better he'll be.
Eric Name with The Athletic. Just 20 minutes for Bledsoe tonight. What do you think about him going forward in this series? Is this a series that he's still going to be able to start and have a huge impact, or just kind of how have you seen him?
Yeah, Malcolm and George have played so well the last few games. I think we felt like maybe trying to get them on the court more. We're going to need Bled. Eric's been great for us. His defense, his ability to attack. We need him to play better. We need the group to play better. So, but tonight really all three of those guys, Malcolm, George, and Eric weren't as good as we need them to be.
Bud, Greg Matzik, WTMJ. In your experience, Have you found it easy in this position to turn the page after a loss that was a little bit one-sided and focus on the task at hand and moving forward?
Easy's certainly not the word I would use, but sometimes when you get beat the way we did tonight, you can turn the page, flush it, whatever term you want to use to some degree, and just get ready for the next game. And the emotional toll of losing close games and heartbreakers sometimes is hard. We got punched. They played really well, and so in that sense, can we go home and get ready for another battle and be ready to go? I totally believe in Game 5 we'll be ready.
Eric Smith, last question.
Coach, Eric Smith, Sportsnet. Would it be fair to say so far in this series, it's been sort of the supporting cast of both teams that have made the difference? I mean, for all the talk of Giannis and Kawhi, it was Lopez, it was Ilyasova, it was Brogdon in 1 and 2. It's Powell again tonight. It's Van Vliet that are making the difference thus far?
Yeah, certainly, their bench, particularly tonight in a game where, they played so well as a group. Their bench stands out, 17, 18, 13. Norman Powell has more shots than anybody on their team. And we've had nights where our bench has been tremendous and, we were able to get wins. So, after 4 games, I think that's a fair thing to say. Some of the role players have stepped up on different nights for both teams. And, I guess it's pretty simplistic. The players that play better, that team's probably going to win. So credit to them and their bench tonight. All right, thanks, guys.